Spring and early summer nature adventures are underway in your Geauga Park District. Hundreds of activities to enjoy with family and friends. Close to home, accessible parks with camping, biking, kayaking, hiking, and more. Your fun begins at geaugaparkdistrict.org.
So under RC 305.02, if there's a vacancy in a county office, and as you're all aware, as of 9 a.m. this morning, there's a vacancy in the office of the auditor. And if there's a vacancy in a county office that is was elected by a political party, then the political party appoints a successor. But until a successor has been appointed by the political party through that process, until that person is voted on, qualifies, and takes office through that process, under 305.02F, the Board of County Commissioners may appoint a person to hold the office as an acting officer. So you can appoint an acting auditor. And as of 9 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
You don't have to, it's not mandatory. I would highly recommend it. There's some issues that need to be addressed today.
There's some checks that need to be covered.
Yeah,
Just
a couple hundred checks.
Business.
Yeah. So, so I would recommend that you make an appointment. I know there's been some talk about, was this decision made? Just so everyone's clear, I didn't really talk to you. I talked to Tim specifically because Tim called me the morning of, but I haven't really talked to you, the other two, specifically about what you were going to do. But I did reach out to Dave because I wanted to have the paperwork in order. There's some issues that we need to have some things lined up so this person can work immediately if you do choose to make an appointment. And so I asked Dave for just an indication of his best guess of the direction it's going to go in. So, I know that you guys can talk to each other about it. I would recommend that you have discussion now. I don't know that anybody other than one person's really expressed interest to the board for the acting position. This appointment will probably last a couple weeks, but again, I think it's critical for the county to do business that you do appoint an acting officer this morning. So, do you have any questions for me, or I would just have a discussion, and then one of you could if you think it would be Mr. Walder or someone else, you can have that discussion, or not do anything, and then if one of you wants to, you could just for the item number 3, you could request that he be appointed, and then if you vote on that, he's appointed, then one of you need to swear him in now, and then I have some bond paperwork, if you do appoint him, that he can fill out. Your only other options would be the Chief Deputy Auditor, Ron Leidy, who's here and probably wants nothing to do with this. You can appoint him as an acting officer, or again, do nothing would be your options. So Ron's probably slinking out of the room right now.
Get a leader in there for the employees in that office right away, just to let them know that we're going to, ready, steady the ship there. So I think Chuck being the only candidate on the ballot obviously makes sense, and that's not the only reason, but I think moving forward, that's who I would choose. So.
And I would concur, and as you said, we individually, given the situation, we were finally very aware of it, and each of us individually, with Dave and you and a variety of other people, were talking about where we would go. And I can tell you, I've known Chuck for a while. He's been in Russell. He's been a financial person down there on the Trustees Association and so forth, and I know him to be a stellar individual. And so I'm very comfortable with Chuck stepping into this role, given that he's applied, will be on the ballot, will be elected in the Republican side. All of that makes sense. And so as far as I'm concerned, Chuck's the guy we should name to be what do we term it, the acting. The acting guy. I don't know which term we should use, but the acting guy going forward. And so I would actually make that motion if anybody is interested. I don't know.
Sure, and real quick, I just agree with everything everybody said here, and it speaks volumes that Chief is here, Sergeant's here, everybody is here also, to support him. It speaks volumes of his character, and it's just nice to see the support for somebody, and it's got to be a great feeling for you too, Chuck, that we're able to work with some good people and still be just right around the corner if they have some issues too, so.
Actually, the chief told me he planned on protesting, so he could stay in Russell.
Yeah.
He told me
We're here to drag them out.
Yeah.
whatever force is necessary, he told me to keep him there, but, well, good. So if you do make the motion, someone seconds it, you vote on that, then, and it's approved, then you could, one of you can administer the oath.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Claypool?
Yes.
Commissioner Lyons?
Yes.
Commissioner
Aye.
Okay.
Great, Chuck. Do a quick swearing in.
With everyone at Russell here, this is very bittersweet. Some of the people that I've worked with at Russell have become more than just business colleagues. They've become friends. We take care of each other when there are issues, and I hope that that carries with me to the county. I know Tim has got a whole series of protests that he wants to launch, including, I think he's bringing every squad car we own, so I'm going to have to, I guess, alert the new fiscal officer in Russell that there's probably been a little bit of a problem with use of company or use of township facilities. But I think the general public will understand. So with that, I just want to thank everybody. My goal right now is not to do a lot of this. My goal is to go to work. I think right now that's what's needed at the office. I'm very anxious to do that. I know that people there are very anxious to also get down to the business of the county. So with that, I just want to thank everybody, and let's get on with the business.